Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday. We've got the energy drinks going already.
We do.
Sure do.
I've disguised mine in a teacup.
Oh, have you? I was going to do that.
Yeah, it's disguised.
So you know we've got a real problem.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to know.
Don't want to tell you about it.
That's like when your teacher used to pour a wee bit of something decent in their coffee.
Did your teacher used to do that? Really?
I'm not saying what subject and I'm not saying who, but someone definitely had a wee old pull of the table.
Oh my God, I thought that was just in the movies.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope. To be fair, you would have to deal with all those, Christ.
Well, that's true.
It's either that or they were smoking a wee joint at break.
Oh, were they?
Oh yeah, you can tell now. Now it's so obvious who the stoners were.
I think as well, so to be honest, you need to remember, teachers weren't born that age. They were students once.
Yeah.
They've lived a life.
We are teacher age now. Hate to say it, but so many of the teachers, especially the ones that I liked at school.
Ailey, we were teacher age 10 years ago.
I know,
as well.
that's terrifying.
Talking of which, I actually seen on TikTok recently, right, someone talking about this, saying, either this is so funny to look at as someone who's a lot younger thinking, who do they think they are? But someone actually said, millennials, what did we all do that was so much better than the generation before us?
Loads.
Maybe not, maybe not the generation before us. Maybe like I would say 3 generations before us, to see like your great grandparents or your grandparents, right?
Right.
When they were in their 30s, 40s, they all looked a lot older because a lot of them would go for like the shorter hair, perms. No, Lauren, you've just got a bun in today.
I look like a gran.
You do not. You don't. Not from my angle, you don't. But what did we do different? Was it the sunbeds? Was it the Barry M glitter eyeshadow? What did we do so different that now makes us?
Was it the skincare? Was it the fact that our skincare was so simple? Literally, for me, it was
But
simple.
they never had skincare back then.
But I used to go into Boots and we used to buy either the simple range, right?
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, I've got a full skincare routine now.
Yeah, 3
Cost me
steps.
£3.
Cleanse, tone, moisturise, CTM.
Or do you remember? Was it either Boots or Superdrug? And it was the cucumber cleanser, and it smelled unbelievable. It was like just a
Yes.
bit. It was like lotion, and you used to put it all over your face, and you'd use the toner.
It would feel weird though because you knew that it wasn't meant to get wet. It was almost like you were washing your face with moisturiser.
Yeah,
And we had
was
this St.
weird.
Ives Peaches scrub.
we all scrubbed our skin off.
Scrubbed our skin barrier. Who?
Exactly.
Goodbye.
Yeah, true.
We done that. So I wonder, what did we all do? That like I think we all dress and act and present 10 years younger than we actually are, but not in a mutton dresses lamb way.
Well, I would
Yeah.
hope not. She says as she sits here in her crop top.
No, I do wonder though, when is the age that you go, oh, now I need to start dressing like
Never.
different?
I'm going to get to that age where then people do start going, she's mutton dressed as lamb, and I'm going to go, do you know what? I don't care.
No, you don't have to
Your
get.
jealous dress is jealous.
Yeah.
That's what you are.
Green don't look good on you.
Although
Well,
I
that
do,
click was pathetic.
I do think it happens like gradually though, because at our age you start going, actually Marks and Spencer's is 10 out of 10.
It
Yeah.
actually is though.
No,
I
but
know
I
that's what
know,
they're saying.
but-
No, it is.
I do think that we look at it through different eyes now.
No, because Marks and Spencer's definitely was old and frumpy at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they're selling like, I don't know, metallic trousers and all that.
Yeah, they're
was
they're
no way.
now they're now known as like a high street brand, whereas before I think they were known as like reliable
St.
St.
Michael's.
Michael's. Yeah, it
That was the one.
It's very
I have
different.
got PTSD from when I was younger and going shopping with my mum to the M&S in Sucky Hall Street
So do I.
and getting dragged. Honestly, it fills me with dread even saying it. See
Did you
the
have
feeling?
the sick feeling in your throat?
And all you can hear is
Starving?
the noise of things scraping, like the
Yeah, the
hangers
clothes hangers.
scraping, and going, Mum, how much longer? She's like, I'm not round yet. Just wait, and you'd just be sitting there.
You'd be sitting over
wouldn't
the
even
shoe bit.
you wouldn't even have a phone to be looking at to distract yourself. You were just waiting. It was mental torture.
Do you think maybe it was actually only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably.
Nothing to do. It was like we would be, like the sands of time would just be going so
slow.
slowly.
Oh, it was so bad. And there
Oh.
was nothing. It's not even as if you could be like,
Mom,
can I get something? Because there was
I'm
nothing you
bored.
wanted it.
I
it
don't
was.
have these memories of going. Me, mum would go shopping every single Saturday. We'd be up first thing into town.
Yep.
Fraser's is where we would start the day. We would go up and we'd go to Cafe Nero.
Fraser's.
It was a good
Start
start to the
I was
day.
starting at British Home Stores.
Like,
up
I'm
and
not-
getting a breakfast
Not
for
being funny, you
£3.
guys are talking about like simple skincare and that. My mum made me use Clarins.
Oh, good. That's a good one.
This is only child privilege. This is 2 parents, good jobs, decent inheritance. She's a spoiled brat.
I am.
I love it for you though.
Me too. I loved going shopping with mum every Saturday. I would
I wasn't
come
allowed to
home.
buy shite makeup either, to be fair.
No, but yeah.
I used to
Because
buy it
there's
on
no
the
point.
sneaky with my lunch money because mum would be like, what do you mean that you're getting Dream Atmos? That's so bad for you.
You're like,
Yeah,
it's the best thing ever though. Everyone's
still
got
harder.
it.
It's still not there.
Yeah, my mum used to take me in and get me the Clinique foundation. She was pure set on, this is the best foundation.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, but I want the cheap stuff. Show me the collection 2000. That's
I
what
had
everyone
one.
else
Why
got.
that age though was it almost embarrassing to be using the good stuff?
Yeah.
Because everybody else had like the Dream Matte mousse and everything, and you were kicking about with like MAC and everything. Like fucking hell,
I know, so
my
embarrassing.
makeup's worth like £400. Yours is worth 40, but I'm fucking mortified.
Yeah, that's
No.
true.
It was a joke. Do you know what's really funny though? I actually remember, see, when I'm saying that we used to start in Fraser's, right? My mum loves a sale. Even now, my mum literally has her full wardrobe packed. My old bedroom double wardrobe packed. Under the bed, packed with shit she's never worn. I found a brand new pair of Adidas Campus under the bed the other
No,
day.
you never.
I did.
What colour?
Green. Tried them on, they're too big.
What
Tried
size?
them on and they're too big.
What size are they?
7. Get that fucking
Very
right
nice,
up,
that.
yous.
Look at you.
I know, they were too big, and found a brand new pair of Converse as well. Like, my mum loves shopping. Like, she just wants the best of the best, and then is too scared to wear them. But she actually said this to me, was to going back to like being about the olden days, right, when she was little.
The olden days. I'm sure she'll
What
love you
she
for
was
that.
saying was, she's like, this is a problem that I've got because they grew up not having much money.
Yeah.
So see, now that she's got it, she's like, you get overwhelmed and you go, but I can buy that now. I can buy that. And obviously I reaped the benefits when I was younger, right? And I can still remember there was a big, massive sale on in Fraser's. And I think me and her left with 7 pairs of shoes each.
Wow.
7
The
pairs of shoes
dream.
each. And one of the pairs, in fact, 2 of the pairs I can remember. Oh, number 1 was the pair of heels that I wore out like every single weekend.
Your feel safes, your
My feels,
trusties.
they were stunning though. They made your legs look like pins. They were black patent heels
Oh, we all
with
love
a-
a patent heel.
with a big square toe, right, which made your legs look
Oh.
even better. A chunky wooden block heel,
Oh.
and they were by Bertie, and they were little slingbacks, and they went with everything. They were absolutely stunning. And the other pair was questionable, but it was a heeled pair of boxing boots, black with the white stripes.
Oh, I had ones like that. I had, do you know
Stunning.
what I had the full knee-high lace-up Converse, black and white.
Oh, you're so emo.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
You've never seen the knee-high Converse?
I don't think so.
So they're literally like lace all the way up.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
had them.
her knees
Why
would
did I
then
feel like you would
bend
have the big
in,
bunches as well?
and you would lean forward,
And I'd go, roar.
and you did have the French
Yeah,
in the piece.
yeah.
Where are all these things? I don't
know,
remember
it's so
throwing half
fun
my
though.
stuff out, and then I'm like, I would love to go
Bring them
back.
back. Only thing I would say though, bloody nightmare when you used to go to your pal's house and they'd be like, can you take your shoes off?
Oh,
Can you give me half an hour?
We had a wee bit of a viral moment in the last
Oh
week.
my god, so funny.
Didn't mean to be so scandalous, Lauren, did you?
it wasn't even. It
It
wasn't me.
wasn't.
It wasn't us. We were just retelling a story that we'd seen on TikTok.
It's
Yeah.
funny, and everyone else thinks it's funny as well. And guess what? If you didn't hear this, this is the Zara one. So basically, the guy who went to the fore and he said he went to Zara, and the staff were basically,
Lazy,
Lazy
bastards.
bastards.
is what-
which by the way, you definitely put words in his mouth because he didn't say that once.
Did you not say lazy bastards? Are you
He
sure?
went, they are lazy. They're so lazy. Lauren's like,
Maybe
"Lazy."
that was the caption.
Maybe could have been.
I'm sure
Maybe
it was
a
the
comment
caption.
within the comments.
Oh no, not you with the defamation.
Funny though. But anyway, he basically said that the girl who went up to the till and she was like, there's the self-service over there. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, that's pure like laziness. Anyway, that story was told. I'm going to say that the people in Zara are so like, don't give a fuck. Will think it's funny.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah, I
it was in the
hope
group
so.
chat and they were
They're
laughing.
like, oh, what are we like, man? So like
Yeah.
us. I think they need to just own it.
100%. It's part of the vibe of Zara. You want to
don't
have that.
ever change. I
don't.
love it. I just said to Fraser, imagine you went into Zara and they turned around and went, morning, can I help you? And you'd be going,
Sorry.
Did you
fucking
see the
dick.
comment though? Did you see the comment from the girl that said that she was in? It wasn't. I don't think it was that same store, but she walked past one of the Zara workers and she bumped into her, or the worker like bumped into her, and she went, "Oh, say excuse me," and the girl went, "Fuck off." Just get. It's on brand.
it's on brand.
Just keep it
It
going.
is.
I kind of
fine.
love it.
We love it. We love Zara.
I
We
kind
love
of love
Zara.
it.
We've got a wee Botox appointment tomorrow, don't we? The first time
Oh.
we ever went, all 3 of us.
Buzzing.
It's
Dr.
actually,
Sam.
it's a lovely little a lovely little afternoon out for us.
It
I
is.
know.
Let's all go and what are we going to do first?
This
Go and get a wee snack.
So this is
match up.
actually this is part of a movement that I love to see at the moment, right? And you actually commented in a video like this. I love that as friends we're going to go and get our Botox done together. We're
Uh-huh.
not going out there to go and get absolutely hammered, smashed, and make fools of ourselves.
No.
That's fun to do as well.
Yeah.
But
Maybe do
we're-
that after.
First up.
First time, but we're not doing that. We're going to go and get our Botox done.
Yeah.
Have fun. And I seen a girl, and you commented on her video as well because I'd seen it. And she basically, it was her birthday. And for her birthday, she booked out a Pilates studio. And
Oh,
we
I've
were
seen that video
pals.
too.
They went
Love
to
that.
Annie's
Are
in
we
the
getting
corner.
the same algorithm.
And we
Ah.
are 100%.
She went to Annie's in the corner, which is a new matcha place.
Yep.
And
It's
Annie's
cafe.
Is it-
Cafe, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So she went there. They all get themselves a wee coffee and stuff. Went and got a wee breakfast. They went and did a wee Pilates class.
That's
Good.
They did a wee
stunning.
self-care day for her
I
birthday.
love that.
How nice is that? And everyone knows what they're wearing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Easy vibes.
Cute gym wear.
Cute gym wear.
No one's
Which-
got a hangover. No one's embarrassed the next
No.
day. That is everyone's home for 9 o'clock.
That
You're
is
probably home for
bliss.
lunchtime actually.
And do you know what
Even
actually
better.
would kind of top that? A wee run round M&S on the way home. Few picky bits.
Picky
Yeah.
bits.
Home, jammies, everything shower.
Yeah.
Is that an everything shower alone or
What?
why are you making CDIs?
Did
Oh,
I?
what was that? There was an everything shower.
Yeah.
It was the wee emoji, like the wee eyes, like
Was it?
What's an everything? What are you taking in the shower with you?
Gosh, Lauren.
I actually
No power
watched
tools.
I watched a video yesterday and it was a girl talking about her everything shower and I'm like, how on earth can you be wet for so long when you're doing that? See, when I say everything shower, she may as well have fucking repainted the bathroom when she was in there as well.
What did
what
she
was
do?
she doing?
So, are you talking about what the video was?
Yeah,
She
what-
was like red light in her face. Have you seen it?
I want
No.
to know the steps. Tell me the steps. Start from the
You're
top.
having a laugh though, right? So basically, she went in, she double washed her hair
Yeah, that's standard.
and then conditioned, then put a hair mask in, then put her hair up in a clip, put it up in a towel. So that was her hair done.
Okay.
Then she went for the body and it was shit like exfoliating. Because you should exfoliate before you. My throat's really
Did she
scratchy.
dry brush first before she got in the shower?
She never said about dry brushing. I have started that back up again, by the way, but it hurts.
It's
Dry
sore.
brushing is only, as far as I know, it is only like a temporary thing. So you should do it like if you're on holiday and you're wanting your skin to look better when you're going out, because all it does is bring all the blood to the surface and it smooths out your skin and stops.
No,
you
it
showing
drains
any-
you as well.
Yeah, but
You need to open up your lymph nodes or whatever. I don't know where they are.
they're
Brain,
Here?
can you tell me where my lymph
I
nodes
know.
are?
I think there's 2 here behind your ears kind of thing. So that's for when you're guashing. There's one
Something
at
here.
your armpits.
Yeah.
there's one
But see,
down
when
here.
people, right, I don't
Your
understand
groin.
though, because when people talk about opening up your lymph nodes, they literally go, I'm going to do my 7-step skincare routine with gua sha. Let's open up our lymph nodes. Always American, always. And they go like this, they go, you have to open in a certain order, you have to do temples. And it's the lightest touch.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
That's not opening in.
you're not doing anything.
You're just tickling yourself.
Ah, exactly. They do temples, they do behind the ears, they do the shoulders, they do the armpits, then they do somewhere underneath their
Oh,
chest.
there's meant to
Yeah.
be one here as well. So one of the girls that I had looked at had done it like here.
in their sternum.
Port,
Is that what you're called?
sternum, stern, bow.
Boat chat again.
Sailor shock there for you.
Oh yeah, sailor girl.
Oh yeah.
I do like the Kwasha videos. There's a girl who I follow, I can't remember what her name is, but she
It does
shows
make a difference.
before and after of her doing like lymphatic, I think it's lymphatic drainage or Kwasha, whatever she's doing. And her eyes are so hooded about 5 years ago, right? She looks like she's had the upper bliff. She's not. She's literally just been draining her face and draining like the bit above your eyes basically.
Oh.
And her whole face she looks like she's got a full face of Botox and everything because it's perfect. Absolutely perfect face.
I really want
It's
to
all
go and
just
get a lymphatic drainage.
Go and do it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling ever.
I really, really
I
want
I
to
would do
to
it
go and
weekly
get-
if I could.
No, I want to go and get the body.
colonic.
No, the body rollering, that mad massage thing. Have you seen that? It looks like they absolutely kick the shit out of you.
No.
I don't like the sound of that. The mad massage, it sounds like frantic
I
and
think
like
it'll be great.
No, see, I don't like a rough massage anyway. Like I like
Mm.
basically, I'm like tickle my back. That's
For an hour?
that's all I want.
Do you
Yeah.
ever fall asleep getting a massage done, then you're like, oh, fucked it.
No, I can't say I've had many.
We're actually going, by the time this goes out tomorrow, we're going for that place, aren't we? We're going to,
We're going to go to Soul Sweets. So basically Soul Sweets is like, it's all about your wellness and stuff. So it's like cold water and then the hot water one, and you kind of go between and stuff like that. It's all about wellness and like chilling out and relaxing, but it all just get done up and it looks absolutely stunning.
That's perfect. That sounds like the perfect wee day. I'm
Let's go
actually
get,
so looking forward
so what
to
do
it.
you go in, like your swim costume then I take it, and then you go
Yes.
in like sauna, it's like
Yeah.
a steam room and stuff like that?
I don't know if it's got a steam room. Will I double check?
No, it's okay. I just want,
It's
I'm
the
happy for
pods. It's the
surprise.
pods.
Ah, okay.
So you go into them. I want
Yeah.
to go and get a new
Is it
swim
the
costume for them.
cryotherapy? Is that what that is? The freezing cold?
I think it's like a cold water plunge pool, and then
Oh, wow.
the hot one, you go between them and stuff.
Oh, that's exciting.
I'm
Look forward to
hoping that like when you go into the cold and then you go into the hot, like basically it just goes
Oh yeah, you want to see the
and then the
steam.
fat comes off you.
Oh, yeah.
And then you come out like 2 sizes smaller.
Imagine that.
It'd
It's
work.
so tiny now.
Yeah.
I'm up for doing all of these wee things, like see any of the like health and wellness
Yeah.
Same.
treatments. If any of
Same.
you know like somewhere that's doing that, let us know because
Or
then we'll
just
go and try them
places,
out.
just places for things that are like alternatives for going out for food. Like, so there's a place that I've seen, I'm sure it's in Edinburgh, I'm sure it is. I'm hoping it's closer, but it's a place where you can go and make your own candles. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
So you go in
Fun.
the shop, I can't remember the name of it, I'll need to find it, but you go in the shop, you pick like whatever jar that you're going to be using. So say for example, it's like a wee one that looks like a mug, or it's one that looks like it could be a wee pot for something. All of the containers that you make your candles in have a purpose for when the candle's finished.
Oh, cute.
Oh,
Right?
right,
So
okay,
like
yeah.
they go like, oh, you could use that for like, I don't know, like
Plant
mix-
pot.
aye, you could use that for like making your tea or whatever, right? So anyway, this girl went and she was like, you get to do all your own fragrances. You pick the colour of your wax. You go over and you pick all your scents. You can create your own scent, and then you mix it all up in the wee and then you go and you can collect them. I think you can collect them in 2 or 3 hours once they've set,
Mhm.
or you can go back and get them like a few days later.
I love
So you
that.
could do that, go for your lunch, wee coffee, and then go back and pick them up. I'd be
Everything
into
just
that.
involves food though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Everything.
Like it's really hard.
to not make your whole life around going for food.
Yeah.
I know.
That's why I want to have hobbies.
Hobbies.
I want a hobby.
I want to play tennis.
I know we have been saying this now for how many weeks?
Yeah.
We're just going to go and do it.
Let's just buy the skirt. Fuck's sake. Just buy the skirt and then we'll do it.
Okay, we don't need a skirt. We can just go in our shorts.
Oh, I want to get that wee that TikTok shop dress.
Yeah, the one with the wee tire.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
not
I'm in.
going
I
unless
wasn't
I
up for
have
it.
the outfit.
Really?
100%. I'm telling you right now, I'll fucking die in the hill, right? Of anybody slating people what they wear at the gym, right? See if I don't go to the gym and feel nice in what I'm wearing, my workout's shite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing, right? So
Telling
I
you
have
right
to
now.
say, I got the TikTok shop shorts, right?
Yep.
And I don't know if it's just because it's the TikTok ones or just shorts in general.
Yep.
I was in the treadmill and I was running, fucking running. And I was doing really well. And I was like, right, I'm 12 minutes in here and I've had to pull my shorts down so many times. I don't think they were as high up as I thought they were, but no, because I can't see.
Yep.
I'm like, these feel like they are up my arse. I feel like I'm running in a pair of pants.
But
right?
they're the bum scrunch ones. So
No,
they're
but it wasn't just the bum wedgie. It was like underneath the cheeks. I was
like
like,
a lip falling out.
no.
Oh.
For God's sake, no. Well and truly not.
But is it just
You
because
know,
you're not
Just
used
looked
to
at the behind you and there's just that big set of lips.
it?
No, I never. I felt like it was getting to the point where I was like, it looks like I'm wearing girl boxers. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
They're getting smaller and smaller, and then eventually it's a thong. And
Yeah. I was like, this is a bit much.
Do you know?
So it actually killed my run because I was like, I'm going to have to come off here now because I had to go in the Stairmaster instead.
Oh.
I saw a thing, right, that the bum scrunch thing, I've never done that, right? And I feel like if I did it and I wore them, I would feel very self-conscious because we grew up being
To
told
want
that
no bum.
a wedgie is embarrassing, first of all.
Yeah.
Right?
Wedgie's embarrassing.
Right? You
Yeah.
don't want to have a wedgie. That was drilled into my head forever.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody shouting wedgie at you would be social suicide, right?
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Would
So-
people shout wedgie at you?
Oh,
If you had a
wedgie.
Of course. No, it didn't happen to me, right? I wasn't walking about high school with a wedgie, right? But you don't want a wedgie, right? That
I
was the thing.
I never knew a wedgie to be like anything like that. A wedgie for us was like if somebody went up behind you and pulled your pants up.
That's American high school wedgie. A wedgie is if somebody's walking and their trousers are in the crack That's a wedgie.
That wasn't.
See, every
No,
time you
that's
say
not.
wedgie,
We need a
it's so
different
funny to me.
definition of wedgie here.
We
Murray,
do.
what's a wedgie?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you can see that their clothes is stuck between the crack.
Yeah, that's what I presume.
Oh no, a wedgie for me was giving a wedgie.
Same.
Well,
But I
that's
also would say, if they've got a wedgie.
yeah.
Uh,
And if they've got a front one, I'd call it a fedgie.
Of course.
a wedgie,
Front wedgie.
not just a camel toe.
No, because I don't like camel toe. I just say, oh, she's got a fedgie.
But
Or a
so
hoof.
the thing that I saw in I saw a thing on TikTok, right?
Could
Right.
all our listeners listening please take a shot every time you hear the word wedgie?
Wedgie, wedgie.
Wedgie. So also tell us what you thought a wedgie was, right? I feel like both are a wedgie, but
Yeah, but you're saying that wedgie was drilled in as like an embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
You don't want one of them. Wedgies, no.
and then
However,
the first time that I ever saw the bum scrunch, I was like, no way. Are we getting in there? Like physically getting in there?
Yeah.
Right. But now it's went so far that I saw a TikTok the other day of a girl saying, you need to avoid the uni bum.
Seen it? Seen it?
Like, no way, are we not making it like, let's just keep it being optional. You can either just wear normal leggings, the default normal leggings, or you can go for the bum scrunch if
Yeah.
you want.
What's a uni bum?
A uni bum is basically when there's like
bum
no
scrunch.
ability to go between the cheeks, so it's just like an entirety, and it's
Oh.
actually, do you know what they were saying? It's like a nappy, and I don't know. That's more. It's. Do you know what? I love the way that the dynamics flip.
Yeah.
And the power struggle moves from one to the other. You think it's embarrassing? I've got a bum scrunch. All right, you uni bum.
And then you go, no.
Then you turn around and your bum's just going, hi, it's me. One bum.
And now,
You
now
been
what?
one bum.
Now
Yeah,
what? You-
but I'm going to agree with the uni bum thing, because see, sometimes when you see pictures of like leggings or shorts like to buy, and you get the bum picture, you instantly want the bum that comes with the bum scrunch one. But see the ones that don't have anything,
yeah.
you don't want a bum that looks like that.
Yeah, you don't want the uni bum. It's a bit nappy.
You
But-
don't.
Well, now they've said it. I'm like, okay, well, I still
Yeah.
can't go bum scrunch, but I can't go uni bum either. So
Why
I'm,
don't you do bum scrunch in a pair of black ones first?
Yeah. You
I
just
just, I
in.
couldn't do
I
it.
can't lie.
It feels comedy to me.
See
Like I
the-
couldn't turn round because I feel like I'm wearing a costume. I couldn't do it.
I got the two ones that I got from Abel, the green one and the blue one, are my favourite gym outfits ever. And the bum scrunch on them makes me feel better about it, because it almost creates an illusion as well, remember?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think we have been traumatized with the TikTok shop original bum scrunch honeycomb leggings. Do you remember that was the ones that everyone was wearing?
God, awful.
Good mother of God, my trypophobia, whatever you call that, used to go off the radar when I seen
I don't
them
remember
leggings.
these, but it sounds
What?
unflattering.
Unflattering.
Does that not look a bit like cellulite if it was
Yeah.
just loads of
Loads
wee
of
No, but it
holes.
was all the way down.
It was holes, like not holes, but it kind of like it was like textured.
No, I
It
don't
threw
like
me
the sound
off.
of- Do you
So
know
I think
what?
That's why.
See, the one thing I would say is, why is this not a uni boob? Is that going to change? Is it going to be that we have to have the scrunch? Right, fair enough, I've actually got a wee bit of a scrunch on this top.
Yeah.
But see on a
Lauren's
t-shirt,
got a uniboob.
that's a uni boob now. Are we going to have to get the scrunch right in between the boobs?
Well, you're starting, Ailey.
Apparently I am.
You've got a veggie.
This was not a uni boob. That was the wrong. That's a uni boob
Yeah, you've got a
equivalent
uniboob.
because it doesn't go in between the boobs.
Yep.
And there is no scrunch between the boobs. So is that what's coming next?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Fucking slagging my boobs.
Well, it's not a
No,
thing
she's
yet.
not slagging
I
them.
don't
she
want
is.
it
She's
to be a
calling them a
thing.
uniboob, and I don't like it.
But
After saying I would happily motorboat hard, you know what? I fucking take it back.
They're two. I just really want to just reiterate that this wasn't the plan today.
I
was
can't take
gonna
my
be
eyes
like
off
that.
when I seen you were just looking at them.
They
as
look
well.
huge, and the scrunch in the middle is making them look even bigger.
they're so round
I don't know.
and
what's-
fun.
Let me at them.
One each.
They're so fun though, aren't they? Really, let's face it. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, they are
I
fun.
saw actually seen a clip of Kendall and Kylie, and they were talking about like the words, and it was like boobs
Uh-huh.
are little boobs, but tits are big boobs.
And titties are great ones.
yeah, they,
She's
Titties
got-
are
She's
massive.
got titties.
yeah, but they have to be bouncy. I feel like
Yeah, because it
specifically.
sounds bouncy.
They can't be in a bra.
Do you know what I seen the other day?
What?
And it's been coming up quite often. Have you seen people are naming their brains?
Yeah, I actually have seen this wee tactic.
What are you talking about?
So they're actually naming their brain, right? So say I named mine like Henry, right? See if I'm having a really, really bad day, and they are going literally like they're going, not today, Henry. Your thoughts are not today. I'm not listening to you, Henry. It's basically a way to like disassociate your like what your brain is telling you that you're
But
feeling.
guess what?
What?
See, as somebody who is always thinking in two sections, always at one time, I would be speaking to Henry, but also the other part of me would be going, that's just a wee thing I make up for myself. So that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
honestly,
Henry would
the
talk
two parts
back.
of me. So I would literally go, Henry, not today, Henry. We're having a good day today. Mind, that's just that wee thing that you make up.
Let's pretend.
That's pretend, so it doesn't actually work.
But people have said it's one of the best ways that they've ever had to like change the way that they think. I was like, I quite like that.
Everything's mindset.
And then the one that I'd seen was like, what have you named your brain? So everybody's putting in these things. I spent about 20 minutes just thinking about what I would name my brain. And this is when I realised I can't do it.
What were your ideas? What were your top 3?
I like,
For me, it was the eyebrow raise of money. 20 minutes. I spent.
I like names like Betsy
Oh yeah, sure.
and Delilah. Like, I feel like
Doris.
she has to be. I love Doris. I'm still annoyed that I never called Blue that. I did say it to her the other day, by the way, and she
Oh, she responded.
responded.
Okay, with this, you could just do it as a nickname and then see what happens.
Blue Doris, Blue Doris, Blue Doris, Doris. Could do that.
Sure.
Yeah, we could. But I like an old lady name
Mhm.
because I imagine her to be a bit of an old cunt.
Who your brain?
Yeah. Like when I'm having a down day and I'll be like, I fucking fed you, you fucking pills, Doris.
Sit down and shut the fuck up.
I'm fetching your pills already, Doris. Back to the chair.
You've had your MGs for the day. Fucking Captain. But yeah, I quite like it.
So
I
what are we
think
calling
Doris
her?
should be your name then.
Yeah,
If you never
Doris.
used it for the dog name, use it for the brain name.
That's a good
Like,
idea.
let's go, Doris. Come on.
Yeah, I quite like that. You
What's
just have to.
Ailey's?
Oh, I don't know. I had to think of that off the top. Basically, my brain is the name
Yeah.
itself.
Uh-huh.
What's a name that you quite often refer to?
This sounds like a fast track to multiple personality disorder.
It
if you
kind of
ask me.
does, doesn't it? It doesn't sound. It sounds like it could.
Why
spiral.
am Doris today? When Lauren is in like her like 70s, 80s and starts to pure lose the plot, right? And starts talking to Doris, we can refer back to this point and be like, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Sure, it's got
I'll
to be a
call mine
name.
Audrey.
Sure, it's got to be a name you don't like, though. Because if it's your
No.
brain doing something bad, you want to shout at that person, but if it's a name
Yeah,
you
but
like.
also, if she comes up with something good as well, I can go, well done, Doris.
Yeah, because you know what? They
Yeah.
say that you should talk to yourself the way that you would talk to your pals, right? So
Yeah.
see if you're going, oh, I just feel like this, and you would give your pal advice in that situation. If you separate yourself from your brain, you go, Doris, why don't you just do this?
Ah,
And then it's like you're giving yourself advice. I like that actually.
Why don't you just call it your own name?
no, it has to be a different person.
Okay, right, what are you calling yours?
It has to be somebody old because we're Doris and Audrey.
Helen, because Ailey actually means Helen. And
Oh, there we go. Helen, Audrey, Doris. Oh, they're so cute. I love that together.
Doris.
Had.
Da.
Also, ADHD.
ADH. Love that. We're so close.
Oh my god. Should we make this a new TikTok page? The Doris, Helen and Audrey show.
See, next time, can we never ever skip an episode of or a series of Celebrity Big Brother?
Why?
Because it is killing me.
It's been so good.
I don't want to watch. I've not watched it at all, and the only bits I've seen is on TikTok. And apparently, that Chris has been weird with Jojo.
No, they're being weird. It
No,
seems like they're.
pure good pals. It's
But
really cute.
Are they pals?
She's got a partner.
Yes.
Why did she suck the chocolate off his trousers?
It's getting too close. It's getting too close. They are sleeping in the same beds.
It's still
they're-
going on though, isn't it?
It's still going on, but by the time this goes out, people are saying that Chris is probably going to get evicted tomorrow night
Why?
because they don't seem to like him because they think he's manipulating her. But I think they've just got a pure spark.
Oh.
But I wish we'd watched it. Did you see the clip of, and I don't know who the guy is,
Oh no.
but Patsy goes, "Why do you do that? Why do you wear wigs?" And he
Oh.
goes, "Oh, please tell me you've
Yeah,
seen
I've seen
this."
it.
No,
And he
but I
goes,
did.
I didn't say it was a wig, and it's the most obvious wig you've ever seen in your life.
I did see the one of the women going to her like, Patsy Palmer, it's such a great name. She goes, it's not my name, but my name's Julie.
No,
She's
I
like,
know. I know.
what a great. Patsy is such a good name
She
as
is.
well.
Yeah.
Also, Patsy Palmer should be studied. She's fucking some
Oh, she's
laugh.
so interesting.
She's so like she has that. It's the way that she embodies Bianca still
Yep.
when she's not in the character. She wasn't actually acting. She was just herself.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
She lived in
It was
LA for
actually-
a long time, didn't she?
Yeah, I'm sure she
she?
did. But there was
Yeah.
actually a point where Jojo Siwa goes to say something to her, and then Patsy goes to respond, and she goes,
It's just a
It's-
bit.
"It's really good. It's just a bit," and she just fucking walks out the room.
And you know that she's just thought, I can't be fucking arsed with the end of this conversation. Like, this is so boring. I'm not even going to finish my sentence. Goodbye.
She's stunning though. I actually feel like
I love
she
her.
was my like
Idol.
it was the ginger hair.
I love
yeah.
Ginger hair. Also, why do some people not want to call themselves ginger?
I think ginger is a whole different. First of all, I think it's a whole different thing now
It's
because
because
it's so much more
ginger was
appreciated.
wedgie.
Yeah, it was a bad thing
Ginger
when you were
is just-
younger.
It was you didn't want to
Gold.
be. You didn't want people when at school didn't want to be ginger, and they
Yeah.
didn't want a wedgie. See now we all want wedgies, and we all love the ginger hair.
People are
And
paying
I
for
think,
it.
do you know what? I see the people who are ginger that are like, no, fuck yous. Yous all slagged me at school, and now yous all want to be ginger.
I know.
One of them.
You
I
paid
think
for it now,
fa-
aye.
Fair play.
I
Yeah.
do think gingers as a breed, right? That sounds horrible.
breed?
I don't
They're
mean
not
that.
cattle, Amy.
I don't know what we
Amy?
call them. It's not Amy, it's Helen. It's all getting mixed up.
God's sake, Doris!
You're so forgetful.
Who the fuck is Amy?
Don't know.
I can't remember what I was going to say then.
People look like
Fucking
an Amy.
Helen, Jesus
Gingers
Christ.
is a breed.
What did I
Gingers is
say?
a breed.
Gingers is
I
a
feel like they do all have really similar characteristics. They've all got a temper.
Oh, don't say that. They don't like that.
Why not? Gingers have a temper.
Right,
Can we
so
call
my
them
friend, right. My friend is ginger, right? And
My
he-
family's
he-
ginger.
I know, but my friend's ginger, and he
all got a
slash
bit of
she
ginger in our
says, I'm not
family.
going to tell you who it is, right?
We've all got a bit of ginger in us. What a Haley. There's a die for that.
So I've got that one hair that grows. But yeah, there's actually a friend of mine, right? I'm not going to say if it's a boy or a girl, okay? However, this person says that you're
Already
either,
know.
this person says you're either an RG or an HG, and sometimes you can be both of them.
Raging ginger, happy ginger.
Raging ginger or a horny ginger.
Oh.
Oh,
That's what they said. And they will often look at other gingers and go, I'm just wondering if they're a HG or an RG.
yeah.
They sound like lorries.
HGB.
HGB. Yeah.
I'm Luke on fire and my dad's Bruce Lee.
Drives me around his
JCB.
JCB.
It's a G. It's a JCB.
Going back to our Zara moment, right? Which, by the way, has got 600,000 views. That's so funny. For God's
Do you know what? I did actually feel sorry for the person though that did say that the tills are not wheelchair accessible though.
Oh, no.
How would they not?
Because they're too high.
Oh, right. Okay. No, but is there not a low down one?
No, I
No,
think
I
so.
don't actually
Is
think
there?
there is, by the way.
I thought there was a lower one.
That is really sad. Also, it was someone who said that they weren't allowed to use the lift to go up the stairs with their
The pram? I know.
pram.
The cheek.
Somebody
Why?
got told they weren't allowed to use the lift, but that's what it's there for. You still always use the lift going up the stairs in Zara with the kids in the prams.
Aye.
Right, this here is so true. Someone wrote saying, don't trust you to scan bags through an Aldi. So they do it for you when you ask for one,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but then they leave you to scan the rest of your shopping yourself.
Doesn't make sense.
That is literally, oh, hold on a minute.
Make
You
it
want,
make
you want a
sense.
bag? You want a bag? I'm going to scan that for you because people steal these bags. But I'll trust you not to steal any of your like £100 worth of your food shopping.
Yeah.
Also, can I just have a rant? And I think I've spoken about it before. Why is it the minute an hour we started paying for these fucking plastic bags that they stopped packing them for you? There was quite literally a switch that happened. The minute they started doing that bag charge for shopping bags in supermarkets, they all just started going, there you go, and you need to pack it yourself. Surely, if you're paying for the bag, that'd be more of a reason for them to pack it for you.
I don't remember them ever packing the bags though.
Where?
Anywhere.
You're kidding.
Packing your bags for you.
Where are you
Yeah,
talking about?
Like Asda,
Asda?
Tesco.
No,
I
they
used
don't.
to work at Asda and can confirm when I was in Checkers, I used to have to pack the bags for people.
You used to
Really?
always
Why
pack
did
the
I not
bags for
remember
people.
I
Always.
asked, do you want your, you'd have to ask, do you like your bags packed for you?
Get the fuck, I'm already scanning it through
Yeah.
for you.
No,
I'm
you,
not packing your bags.
you had to
Milky
pack
Mix.
someone's bags.
I get
Also,
it in
see
like
if
a
you're-
corner
yeah,
shop. I used
like
to
a-
pack it in
yeah,
Spar.
like a Spar or a Scotsmith or whatever. Like,
That's
let me
different.
just bang, everything goes in. There you go. There's your one bag.
But that's different because the bags, you had your till in front of you, then to the right of you, you had your two metal pokey things, and your bags were hanging on that. So when you were, it was easier to just lift the stuff out that and then put it straight in the bag, that's fine. Unhook it, pass it over, but not an Asta.
But even clothes shops as well. Do you want a bag? And then, do you know what my one pet peeve is? Say when you go to Greg's and I go, can I have a bag, please? And they go, yeah. And then they just lay it down like a bit of paper on top of your stuff. You're like,
Yeah, you're like, sorry, where do you want me to pack this? Because I can't have my steak bakes getting squashed, otherwise all the meat's going to come out, and I don't want it
I
then
don't have a counter here.
seeping onto my fucking fudge donut that's less than an Empire biscuit.
Great.
Worth remembering.
FYI.
See, the thing that I seen, right, just to counteract it, that people stealing the bags, right? I did see a girl's comment that said, if I'm going to be packing things myself, I'm going to be paying myself a wage in the form of your plastic bags.
100%.
So they go, if I'm doing it, I'm going to pay myself 15p and I'll keep one of these and not scan it.
Oh, naughty. Naughty. Also, why are we now why are we now paying for paper bags?
Hate this. Primark's the worst for it. I'm like,
Why are
I'm
you
sorry,
paying for
I get
them?
out the door and it already bursts.
Yeah, there's no
Why are you
reason why
paying
you
for
should be
them?
paying. The law's about plastic bags, isn't it?
Yeah, plastic. But recyclable. The co-op's the same.
Yeah.
The co-op is the same. They could also be used in your food waste bin.
They also could be doing with being a bit thicker.
Oh no, I think they're quite good.
They're
What, the
quite
co-op
straight-
bags?
The
Why are they
the green
stinking?
ones?
Why are they stinking?
The
though?
green ones. They're
Why are they
horrendous.
smelling the bags?
You can't help but smell them. I can always smell the bags. They're horrible.
It's because you're always in the co-op.
I love the co-op. I do love the co-op.
Hey gals.
Hey.
Been wanting to send this story in for a while, but I'm so worried about the backlash. I'll get it if the wrong person hears this. Been listening and watching for a while now, and me and the gals are desperate for another live show. My best friend and her boyfriend have been together a few years now. Please bear in mind, I've been friends with her for years, since we were wee, and I'm also friends with her boyfriend as we went to school together. We've always had a close friendship, tell each other absolutely everything, and there's never really anything we can't talk about. That was until now. I feel like I'm being such a fake friend, keeping this from her, but I really don't know what to do. As I said, her boyfriend and I were friends before they knew each other, so naturally me and him can have a bit of a laugh here and there, and it's never a bother. What I could only compare it to is like having sibling banter. However, I've noticed a few times that her boyfriend can be quite full on and flirty.
That's not sibling banter then.
Yeah.
No, that's a bit actually incestuous.
Yep.
Well, if siblings are flirting, that's
Yeah.
cause for
It's weird.
a wee 999 phone call.
Or a 101 non-emergency. Just
No, I'd say a 999. That is a fucking emergency. To the extent of saying things that I'd never dare say to my significant other's friend. It started with little compliments like, oh, you look lovely, and subtle stuff, which I just brushed off as him being nice. That was until he commented on the fact that you could see my bra strap on an Instagram story I posted, to which he asked to see what my bra looked like.
What?
No.
Is he 7?
Shows your bra.
she's got bra on.
Oh, I can see your brush up.
I thought it was strange as fuck, but continued to just laugh it off, giving him the benefit of the doubt and thinking he'd not do it again, until a few weeks later I happened to give him a lift home one night. My friend doesn't drive, and he was next door to where I was at the time. We sat outside in the car for a good half an hour catching up casually. My friend was aware of this, but he happened to let his hand slide to my thigh for a brief moment. I pushed it away, of course, and shut the conversation down from there, and it's never been brought up since. Now, occasionally he'll pop up, just asking how I am and stuff, and within a couple of messages, the flirting will start. It's subtle messages like cute jammies or what are you wearing tonight when I'm in my bed.
No
way.
Stop that right now.
I just can't help but feel guilty for not telling my friends, but also know he'd deny it until the day he dies. So I'm in the nettles here. Oh, I like that. I'm in the nettles.
I'm in the nettles.
Any advice is good advice at this rate. Lots of love.
Oh,
Also,
a
what's so
hard
tricky
one.
about that, see the way that that's happening, it's so subtle
Yep.
that if she was to turn around and go, by the way, I really don't like it when you're like taking the chat too far, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm not. Do
Yeah.
you think I'm trying to flirt with you? Like, that is in such precious gaslighting territory.
Yeah.
If
It's
she
so-
says something, it's going to look as if she's been dramatic.
Yeah,
And the
because when
friend-
he's saying things like, you look nice, and you think, well,
That's nice
a
thing to say.
friend should be able to compliment you.
Yeah.
But then, what are you wearing tonight when you're in your bed?
Why do you want to know that?
Why do you need to know that? I'm going to say right now, screenshots will be your best friend,
Yeah.
so that you can back yourself up.
Yeah, I think for me, I would be getting all the receipts and having it saved just in case it comes out, and you can just say to your friend, look, I felt like it wasn't like enough to pure bring it to you, because my fear was it was going to look as if I was being dramatic, but I've just really distanced myself. What I would say is stop putting yourself in positions where you're in 30-minute car conversations with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Stay
Which
away.
is a shame though, because if they were friends before, or maybe you just have to say, you're making me uncomfortable and she's my friend and you are also my friend, but there's got to be some sort of line here because I'm going to end up having to say something to her because that's inappropriate.
See if he says something that's like that, it's taken too far, just go, are you flirting with me?
No, don't say that.
No, that sounds like you
That
flirting
sounds
with
like,
me.
are you flirting with me?
No, I would like to be, wait, are you trying to flirt with me?
No, no, what's the one you said? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah,
And
ask
make him
people to
say it
repeat
again
themselves.
so that he knows. He knows that you know what he said.
Yeah.
And get him to say it again, and if he does,
Yeah.
you can judge it.
See if
The
you said
other-
that, like, what are you wearing tonight? Just go, what? Question mark.
Did you mean that for me? Were you
Yeah.
trying to send that to my
Yeah.
pal?
Yeah. Was this message meant for me?
You do get some guys that are just a girl's guy, if that makes sense. That
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gets
yeah,
on
yeah,
really,
yeah.
really well with the girls and always has loads of girl best pals, but it never crosses that line. But I do think the what are you wearing thing is what means it's not that.
Yeah.
Like, and the option that you could have is say to
fulfill
your
my wank bank thoughts.
Yes.
What are
Yeah.
you wearing?
Why do-
Why do
none of
you
your
want to
fucking business.
know?
My like suggestion would be to say to the pal, by the way, I don't have a problem with this at all, right? Because I think he is just a pure friendly guy. But at the same time, if my boyfriend was doing that, I would want to know because I feel like it's just a wee bit weird. Like I wouldn't want somebody to not tell me if that was happening the other way around.
Yeah.
So I'll show you the messages and you can decide. But I actually don't have a problem with it whatsoever.
Do you
It's
know
just up
what?
to you.
Part of me is just going, but you're not doing yourself any favours by not mentioning it to your pal.
Yeah, do.
I
Because
know, but then part of you is also like, you then going to blow it all up? What if you then fall out? What if they then get closer because he's like, look, sometimes guys can do that, where they then make your because at that point
Try to isolate like,
Aye,
the
like,
friendships and stuff.
he might go like, oh my god, like she's a pure, like she's obviously so jealous of us, like I'm just being friendly, like I'm not doing anything wrong, and then all of a sudden he'll pull you guys apart. That happens so
does.
often, and then they almost like unite themselves in the rage for you.
yeah, it's a hard one. But he's a dangerous type of guy.
It depends what your friend's like. I think it's hard advice to give unless you know what your pal would take it like. But I think in the first instance you shut it down between him, stop spending so much time in the
Yep.
car with him, or even just like I would literally just
They
outright
were
say,
friends first.
yeah,
I know that
That's the annoying
maybe
thing.
you just go, by the way, obviously we've been pals for years, but sometimes I think whenever we speak, it almost feels a bit flirty, and maybe I'm getting it wrong, but just in case you're not aware, like sometimes that's how it's coming across, but I thought I would let you know.
Imagine she
Yeah.
said that to him and he was just like, no.
I literally never.
And then you've just been like, thank fuck for that then.
Girls, I just unlocked a whole new level of fear and I had to share it. I sleep text one of my friends last night at 3 a.m. I was in bed asleep. Not for love nor money can I make head nor tail of the message. You're so poetic. Wow. Like it's grammatically correct, no spelling mistakes and proper punctuation, but the content of the message makes no sense. And no, this is not a joke or a ploy for likes. It genuinely happened.
What
I've
did
been
you say?
racking my brain all day trying to figure it out. The message says, thank you. I'll send a pic tomorrow of the Maynooth library card so as to keep everything above board.
Who are you emailing in your sleep?
What?
Where are the children's books, please?
That is
Matilda.
more grammatically correct than my everyday language and I'm
So
fully
as to
awake.
keep everything above board. That's your brain, that's your Doris.
How did you
Get a second job going
It's
during
your
the night.
Helen.
Sure, Helen. There's so many, by the way.
Ask AI to debunk your dreams. I actually seen another thing, which was taking a link and putting it into AI and asking it, this is what I want to find, this is what I want to buy, this is the bag I want to buy, find me the cheapest place to get it or the best discount code that I can apply to it.
Oh, fabulous. I love a discount.
Do you know what I saw, right? Which is right up my street. So basically what they said was, if you go to something like Ancestry DNA or something like
Right.
that, right? One of the ones that you have to send your DNA and get your family tree or whatever.
Yeah.
Then in your file, once you've done that and you've paid like 100 quid or whatever, in your file you can then go to like break down all your genetic markers. They have all of that, right? Everything to do with your DNA.
How have they got that though when like my mum and dad haven't done it?
What do you mean? You just need to send your DNA to them.
Yeah, but that's my DNA. But how are they going to know that my mum and dad are my mum and dad because they've not done their DNA?
Or that you can only match them to people who have also put their DNA on.
Oh, that's fucking pointless.
I know, but
How has my great granny done it then? How are you going to know who my great granny is and whether she
Because
was
they
a
go down
Swiss?
birth records.
they'll do it's a mix of birth records and all that, and you can kind of select
So
who
it'll
you
be like
think.
you, your parents,
And
your
you have to type
grandparents,
people's
all
names in.
through.
It's
It's through the death birth register.
Yeah,
I just feel like mine would be fucking boring as
it
fuck.
is boring because then they're completely.
I'm not gonna
detached from you.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be related to like a princess or like.
I'm not really a princess because I am a princess.
Yeah, of
7 pairs
course.
of shoes and there's a Fraser
Clans.
sale.
Yeah, but
Um,
like I feel like if you're going to do that, you almost want something like you want to know that you're related somehow to like somebody that's pure cool or
My
like.
dad's found out that we were related to one of the first Vikings or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Valhalla?
Some guy, the king of the something or other. I'll need to find out, but it's like apparently like a really big deal. He was the first person to come to Scotland and like
I'm kind
he
of
was
a big deal.
he was a high Hegian.
I love Vikings.
Exciting. Hot.
So wait, hang on. So see, this thing that you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get your breakdown of all your DNA, right?
Yeah.
Copy paste, put it into AI, and say, "Tell me what I'm at risk of. Tell me what supplements I need to take." Because if you ever listened to that Stephen Bartlett Rooster Potatoes episode where he had on this guy,
I love it so much. I love it so much.
It just rolls off.
Stephen Bartlett. Stephen Bartlett Rooster Potatoes. It's
he had on a guy whose job is to take your DNA, find out like you've got this marker, that means that you're more prone to get dementia, so you need to start taking this supplement. So basically he would extend your life by 10 whatever years
How's
by
about-
taking all these things.
I
Yeah,
don't
but how's about just
know.
giving us all, everybody in the world, a spreadsheet of going, if you don't want dementia, here's something that you could take to help.
But it only depends. It
Prolong.
depends on your body, so you might not have that.
I know, but I also don't want to. I don't want to prick myself with something, so I'll happily take all the meds. I'll fuck it in the morning routine.
Yeah.
Doris will love it. But we are going to go over to confessions after this. So guys, if you enjoyed the episode and you want some more, then you can go and subscribe to Confession Sessions on Supercast, on Patreon, on Spotify. So you can get it all there and we can enjoy the chat for next week.
Go watch the
Hoping-
vlogs as well on
Yeah.
YouTube. Girls Overheard vlogs. It's a separate channel and they go
is.
live every Sunday morning.
And make
And
sure you're
subscribe where
following.
you're listening. Yeah, subscribe where you're listening. Follow where you're listening.
And follow. I'll just fit in that last wee bit. And just follow on TikTok and Instagram.
And give us a number for sending in your messages.
And you can text us on 07428 957 885. It's that first bit that really trips me up.
It really does.
Bye.
Bye.